Hello, hello everyone. I'm gonna click Jeremy's camera in just a few seconds, and if he's not in frame, we're gonna have some troubles. No, welcome to Art Bro. This is me, the only Art Bro that exists. Um, I'm glad to be here tonight. Oh, here we go. Um, what's up? What's up, other Art Bro?
What's up, buddy? How you doing tonight?
Dude, great. I don't know if you went to go grab a glass of wine, but I that's exactly what I did. Um, and
It's not
ooh,
wine.
sake. What are you drinking?
Yeah, with some liquid death.
Oh,
So
nice. Little
yeah,
water.
yeah, a little water, a little bit. Man,
Hmm.
in the green
Cool.
room,
Hmm.
that has been I'm ready for tonight. This is
It's pretty entertaining with our sweet guest.
yes.
Before we do that, why don't you go through the chat
Oh
and see who's
yeah, hi
hanging with us
chat. How are
today?
you guys doing today? Oh, look who it is, Mrs. Calamari or future Calamari.
You talking about my
Cold
girlfriend, bro?
man.
My
Yeah.
fiance, my
Your
fiance, my newly
your fionk.
fiancéed.
Cold
Uh,
man, what's up? Marigo Ann, hello. And Amaris, what's up, Amaris?
dude, Amherst.
And D-Wag. And where was Collision Bomb? There she is. Yeah, boom. Bow. Bow.
Heck yeah, calamari. That's a
Yeah,
new one. Most
Cherry
kids calls me
Calamari.
cappuccino. A lot of people call us cappuccino.
It's low hanging fruit. You got to go for the reason
Hmm.
why you're circumcised, Enjoy your calamari.
Okay. That's it's not where I was going with it, but sounds good.
Rubber band fights, bro.
Gross. It's funny though. Was that like a Boris joke?
No,
Uh,
that's a Bible joke.
oh, really?
Yeah. Why did
Didn't
God
know.
want all the foreskins of a village? I think it was Canaan, or maybe not Canaan, but another one. Rubber
Really?
band. Yeah, he rubber band wars.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
He
Um,
collected foreskins for a war in the Old Testament.
Oh, I knew you were going that way, and you tricked me back into listening to your
No,
story.
I'm being serious.
Well, I like D-Wag's first comment here saying, "Ain't nobody fresher."
No,
Well,
our guest is.
he's the freshest.
That's the
Um,
freshest I've seen in a minute.
yeah.
There's got to be something in
Well,
the water over there.
maybe. I mean, well, on the other side of the world, he's upside down. A lot of the blood goes to the head. Um,
Toilets
you
flush
know,
different swirls. Yeah.
different swirl and everything. Yeah, that's what I hear. We're not worldly men. We're just bros. So, welcome to Art Bros, everybody. This is another. We're on episode like 72, I think, and so we've done this a few times. For anybody that's new, this is where we kind of promote. We talk about comics, games, animation, but
Foreskin.
mostly art because we're both artists. And then also we talk about other people's projects, and that's one of those days today where we've got somebody else here on the panel.
Oh, sneak peek,
And
everybody! It's another animated trailer.
yeah, I feel like
I love them.
it's a big draw. It's a big draw. Is
Hmm.
this the animation that's been put into this? I was kind of blown away. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit blown
Yeah, me
away.
too.
You know. So
Forsaken Gods feels like that knockoff Mortal Kombat game on the 64. The fighter, what was it? Do you remember what it was called?
on the Genesis.
No, on the 64.
Oh, on
This
the
was when,
64.
yeah, this was the Mortal Kombat knockoff
Oh,
that Matt that they did. Same
well,
company did
you're
it.
either talking about Clay Fighter or you're talking about
No, it was
Killer Instinct.
gods. No.
No, what are you
Older
talking about?
or not older, but later.
Well, let's bring in
Yeah,
the man himself. Maybe
yeah.
he
Forget that.
knows.
That's a side topic. Yeah.
Well, he might actually know this. I don't know if the regional N64s were the same, but let's
Yeah.
bring in Fresher Luke. What's up,
It's
Fresher
Killer
Luke?
Instinct. Jesus Christ.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Look, okay, so I said it.
I
At
know
least
my
I said
game
it.
history.
And I said Clay Fighter too, as well. But I don't think that
No,
was it.
because Clay Fighter it's not Mortal Kombat esque. Killer Instinct
It's
was
not.
inspired by Mortal Kombat.
Hey guys, just to let
Hmm.
you all know how much fun we're gonna have tonight, the
All right,
guest jumps in and me and him are going back and forth.
you
This
can
is
mute him now,
great.
Joe, so we can
I love it.
let
Okay.
the adults.
Well, look, dude, Killer Instinct might not be the game that he played. You know, maybe he just doesn't know. Look,
I will go with that last answer. Yes, he does not
yeah,
know.
I feel like the ignorance could be. We'll give him that card.
Anyway,
being here.
Joe, how are you
Yes.
doing? How's things?
How
Doing
are
solid.
you, Fresher Luke?
Please tell us about your day, Joe.
Dude, I can talk about a lot of things. I just got engaged, so
Congratulations!
Thank you. We've been having, whenever you have like a life event, everybody and the insurance companies and everybody wants to know what's going on, and so plenty of comments, a lot of social media people, and a lot of family to talk to that I haven't talked to in a long time. They just hear through the grapevine.
Yeah.
Not necessarily family, mostly friends to the game. I called a lot of my family. I'm a respectable person. All right, Colonel, what do you got here?
War Gods.
War Gods.
Nah.
So maybe no one's ever played this game, and Jeremy is.
No,
correct.
I have. There's a Aztec god that you play called Quetzalcoatl or something.
Yeah. Quetzalcoatl.
So yeah, I play that game, but it's not. I don't think it has anything to do with Mortal Kombat. So basically, you and I are correct.
It's made by Midway. It was a knockoff.
Okay. What you're saying is we're both right, but I'm more right than anyone. I think.
Yes, of course.
Because I agree with both of you.
You and me are both right, Joe. And the other guy,
okay.
this other guy.
I dig. Jeremy's not getting any luck, dude. Fresher look, Luke. I'm glad you're here, and I am glad that you have such a cool IP.
Thank you.
What do you think makes you more interesting than most people? Because it sounds like you have a good answer.
Well, seriously, can you mute him, please? That laugh is so annoying.
Oh man, dude. I
forgot
mute
the
him.
question. What was the question?
The question: what makes you more interesting than other people?
Well, first of all, I'm foreign. I'm handsome. I'm probably one of the world's best lovers. And I also have this amazing book campaign coming out called Forsaken Gods 2. Maybe you've heard of it.
Yes. So besides the creator, you might be the greatest lover on one half of the earth, and then
zero body fat.
Well, no, I mean that was the other thing that before when you were doing the preamble and I was in the back, you were saying I was on the other side of the world, but I'm not.
Where are you?
America, baby.
Oh,
look at that, dude.
Spy tonight.
Dude, he's got look. Whatever you want to call it, I call it. We're a melting pot here in America. I'm glad to have you.
I'm glad to be here, and the freedom that comes with it. I think it's a good deal.
So, what is your general role in creating stuff? I feel like my camera's off. I've been messing with my camera.
I know. Yeah, you are kind of on right screen, but we just got to power through it. What is my role? What do you mean specifically? Could you be a little more
your role in creating? Are you a writer, artist? Tell the audience here what you do mainly.
Oh, that means all of it.
Yeah. Oh, yes. For reasons, yes.
That's awesome.
And I feel like someone's dog is about to kill someone.
Yeah, my dogs are playing. My bad.
It's most like It's most likely Jeremy.
Joe, the world's greatest co-host, right here.
Joe has fiancés. I've got dogs.
Look, that's how it goes. I mean, everybody's got their background noise. If I have to mute you, Jeremy, tonight's the night.
I've been saying it so far.
Well,
you haven't been listening to good advice, Joe.
All right, look,
I'm
going to take you up on the next time something happens. I'll take you up on it.
All right. All right.
So you're all the above, writer, artist extraordinaire. You're the triple threat. I most likely. Do you letter this thing as well?
Yes.
So you are at least you're a triple threat because technically a quadruple because you color the book too. Am I right?
Well, that's where it gets a little technical. This time around, I actually got someone over in the Philippines to do the flats just because it's so time consuming. And I'm trying to get the book out while I'm doing other stuff. So I did get someone to help me do the flats. Say what?
We may be using the same flatter, my friend.
Is his first name James?
No.
All right, then we're not.
But I just also have an East Asian person doing my flats.
Yeah. Well, they offered me a good rate. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. It'll save me a little time, and it'll get some of the heavy lifting out of the way. So that's probably the only exception. I did sort of have to go back in there,
right?
Fix a lot of the values, and add shadows and lighting and stuff like that. So
that happens. The weird part about doing your own thing, which I understand, Jeremy understands, because Jeremy also is a triple threat of some kind.
meh.
We all color. Okay, we all color some of our own line work, and sometimes the flatter just doesn't get it.
Yeah. What's
Nothing
up,
against
24
them.
Eyes?
Yes.
No, and even for yourself, there's sometimes these, especially with me, the detail. Fresher, the detail. Sometimes you just got to go over your stuff all the time and make sure you get every little bit.
Jeremy, don't be sorry. Be better,
dude. That's the turn of phrase of the century. Do better as well. 24 Eyes is here with his 5 owls, per usual.
Yes,
that's awesome.
Yeah, good to see you, dude. Good to see you. Good to have the owls on our side tonight. So before we open the page, I know we're dying to look at the page.
Everyone is, including myself. I would love to see this page.
Sure, we're gonna do that. I like to get as much as I can in before I open the page, because then everybody gets distracted by the pretty colors and stuff. So with everybody in the chat, I do have the campaign pinned. So if you want to jump ahead, you can jump ahead, go open the pinned link, and go to the campaign. And as we talk, do that. Okay. That being said, you said you're in America. What are you an immigrant? Is that part of your history?
No, I'm a dual citizen. I obviously can't go into too much detail because there are people out there who have been trying to get at me in various ways, which I'll leave it at that. And
wonder why?
Because I'm better than you, obviously. But
that was actually a good one, Jeremy.
I thought so.
Well, I mean, I was actually being serious, but
and I want to be sympathetic, but come on.
What? Since when? Anyway. But yeah, I am a dual citizen through various reasons that I won't get into, and I'm exercising my dual citizenship to its fullest extent.
How do you like America?
It's great. I mean, at first it took a little time to get used to, but the more I stayed here, the more I came to appreciate what a truly unique and liberating place this is. And while there are some terrible people who are running things right now, I've also met a lot of really good people, people who are kind, people who are helpful. And they kind of, for a brief moment there, I was disillusioned. And I thought, America was lost, but it isn't, because at least half the population is still, fighting for what's right. And I'm thankful for those people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think most of us here, at least, that are joining the chat, we may be in the same line. If you're not in the same line of thinking, you may, I don't know, America has definitely been corrupted in a lot of ways, but the world, in a lot of other places in the world, it seems like it's worse. So, so I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be in Florida. That's where me and Jeremy are at. So we're not feeling a ton of the effects that some places elsewhere are. Anyway, I don't want to get into.
It's kind of liberating that we still have a place we can kind of spouse out like that to kind of jog the memory of what it was before it got crazier. Maybe we might be able to get a little bit of that back.
Indeed. That's why I have the beard. You can see the gray and you can understand. I know what it was like before these nutcases.
That's Star Circuit fulfillment, dude.
Yes, true. But it's also wisdom. With that, that's I'm gonna mute Jeremy and open the page.
Good work. Do it.
All right. So Forsaken Gods 2. Okay, so
Congratulations.
I never really saw Forsaken Gods 1. I did barely, but I was very new to the crowdfund scene. However, maybe you have a good pitch for 1 and 2. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, yes, I do, because obviously there is the catch-up tier. But is that the cue for me to give the Forsaken Gods pitch?
Sure. A short one, preferably.
All right. I'll try and do the shortest one I can, but it's still kind of long. But anyway, Forsaken Gods is a 64-page... Forsaken Gods 2 is a 64-page full-color comic book that is set in this fantastical world called Epic Earth, which is a world filled with magic, monsters, and other amazing, fantastical things. And in this world, centuries ago, there was a great war between the gods, and the gods fought for supremacy. And in enacting this war, they created a bunch of weapons and magical artifacts that they used in order to fight it. And once the war was over, they went back to their respective domains. They sealed away all these weapons into underground vaults and dungeons so that others couldn't find them and use them and exploit them. And our story starts with a young woman named Samara Ankma, who is an archaeologist, and she is going into these dungeons, finding these artifacts, trying to piece together the overall picture of why and how the war happened, and sort of as a consequence, how to solve some of the lingering effects of the war. And in going into one of these dungeons, the journey goes awry. Her crew gets killed. And in an act of desperation, she inadvertently awakens the second main character of this comic book series, a flaming, screaming skull encased in magical armor named Skull Knight. And Skull Knight is duty-bound to follow Samara around and do as she commands, because she is the one that awoke him. But unfortunately, Skull Knight cannot communicate this well. He cannot communicate at all. All he can do is scream. And so Samara is mistaken in thinking that he is trying to kill her, when in fact he is just trying to do his job and help her out.
Whoa. So this is like, I know the style gives me different vibes than maybe even the what you're describing here, but I'm sure it mixes real well. What was your biggest inspiration from? What's the kind of stuff do you like that brought this kind of storyline to mind?
Everything.
I do like that answer, but maybe a little more specific.
That's going to be hard to boil it down to just a few.
Give me just a second. Coleman says, to our regards of us being in Florida, he says, I'd rather be down there with you guys, and the North is falling. Yes. The King of the North is dead, apparently. And
all right. Well, that's a great segue. I would say, well, when I was younger, my brothers read a lot of Dragonlance and played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons.
Hoorah.
And they wouldn't let me play because I was too young. So I would just be hearing all these strange stories. And because I'm too young to realize that they were just talking about Dungeons and Dragons, I thought it was all real. And so, that kind of, that set my young imagination on fire, doing all these kinds of crazy things. And as I grew up, I consumed other things as well that have now exited my brain and I cannot recall. But, Iron Giant was a wonderful animated film I really liked.
I was going to
ask. People have made that comparison, and that's fair enough.
Alchemist, too, Full Metal Alchemist as well.
Really?
There's a little bit of tickle from those two things.
No. The Skull Knight, the Brad Bird, I can feel the Brad Bird's Iron Giant in there.
Sure. But I mean, that's just, you can be inspired by it and not rip it off.
Oh, of course. I
don't think Jeremy.
Quite Jeremy. Joe's talking right now.
I'm going to mute him one time. So what I was going to say is the Iron Giant, I can see the connection. However, I see a lot of this ethnic feel to the costuming. Is there anything coming from that? I'll unmute Jeremy.
Ethnic? How do you mean?
I don't know. It feels like there's some. I don't know. When I say ethnic, I just mean not your straightforward fantasy. Not really.
Really?
I don't know. Go to a few of these other images, Jeremy. Maybe I can find one that really is giving it. Mostly
I guess to sort of address that. Excuse me while I scratch my cheek. Obviously, Epic Earth is my fantasy world, and so it doesn't really run. It hasn't really had the same evolutionary pathway for its people and societies and the way that they sort of evolved based on geographically location. Mm-hmm. So it's not going to be an exact one-for-one with, say, Earth, but it's still is in such a way where you still recognize stuff. And so,
to be honest with you, I'm actually curious on what tagged Joe to ask that question, because I was kind of with the guess and going, huh?
there's just a few things that cue it. For me, it's the cape like pattern. Something about that cape
Yeah,
is
but that,
giving me
that
like a.
okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
There's
Now
something
I'm with
there.
you.
I don't
Well,
between that and
all
a couple
right.
other things.
I think he meant eclectic, not ethnic.
Oh.
No,
Maybe
I
he
did
didn't
mean
mean that.
ethnic. I just don't
Oh,
know
okay.
what kind of ethnic, which is kind of vague and kind of dumb to say, but that's what I said. However,
Own it, own
however,
it.
however, there's also a really nice animated feel. It feels
Yes.
like it could be, a snarky cartoon at the same time.
No,
So
it would not be a snarky cartoon.
it wouldn't be. What would it be?
It would be an amazing adventure filled with fantastical stories,
Hmm.
amazing and strong characters, and a very deep and philosophical plot.
Okay, well, maybe that's what I when I said there was two different things happening with the book, like the art style and what you're trying to tell is not disjointed, but like it's mixing in a little bit more of like a broad way, where it seems like it could be deeper than what the art style maybe
Jeremy,
lends
all
to.
right. I thought he was saving the image. That's all right. He can do that. Close.
Yeah, we use the open tab to get a little bit of a better view.
Sorry,
Um,
I was on
Never
the Zaid
mind.
comics.
Never mind. I don't like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, the Zaid comics did it as well, and I was like,
hmm.
is he saving it on this on while we're live? It's like
No.
that seems strange.
No.
But I
Yeah.
guess
To just
yeah, all
be
right.
able to get a
It's so
better
quick that
look at a lot of that beautiful artwork.
thank you.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
we both
So-
really enjoy this style. It seems like you've done a lot of animation work. I see in your creds on Twitter that you got some names in there.
Yeah. So, I mean, do we go over my brief work?
Yeah, I
Your
want to know
credentials?
because this
Sure.
this skill isn't just wake up in the morning. I want to do it. This has got. Hey guys, can we just watch that trailer? Like, while because that goes so. Did you do the
Well-
trailer as well? The animation?
Yes.
Holy shit! Go. Let's
So-
show this.
Yeah, we can show it.
Well, if we do, you got to be quiet. Everyone.
Heck yeah!
So yeah, so not only is the animation well done, but the editing and just music and
Mhm.
it's all well done. So I think
Thank
that's
So yeah, what are your creds, dude? Yeah.
Okay.
Usually get
I
back
mean,
to
I
what are
can
your creds?
I can go over it briefly. So I have a bachelor degree in animation, but on top of that, I've got probably 20 years overall of experience working in entertainment, and about 10 to 13 years of that is working in animation, primarily as a storyboard artist, but also kind of like as a fill-in art director and stuff like that, even though I was never properly credited for it.
damn.
And
That sucks.
that's sort of it
That's
for
rough.
most of it. And I've worked for a lot of the big studios like Disney,
Ooh,
DreamWorks, Cartoon Network, Warner Brothers,
okay.
Nickelodeon,
Nice.
That's awesome.
and other smaller studios.
Did you pull through? I guess you got your lucky break with I guess storyboarding. Is that what you're saying? You broke in with storyboarding.
In the U.S. industry,
I guess just in animation in general.
yeah.
I'm
I mean, I
sure-
guess that's fair enough to say. Yeah, yeah. Like when I moved to the U.S., I guess my first real full-time job was doing storyboarding. Yes.
Cool. That's awesome. For us, we're very intrigued by that. I do storyboards a little bit more commercial now, but Never really was able to break in. I had a couple opportunities that never panned out.
Yeah, it's.
I always wondered what it was like.
Well, I mean, when I got there, it was good, but then soon afterwards, it started to devolve. I mean, we won't make this is about Second Gods 2. We won't make this me complaining about the animation industry.
It
but
can be.
No, I'm here to promote my campaign, man. If you want to have me on for a different stream complaining about the animation industry, we can discuss that. But
yeah, go
but
for it.
it is a club, and it is a very small club, and neither of us are in it. So
No.
Okay, so even though you were there, it was not really even in. You weren't in the circle of trust.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like different layers of circle. I'll say this and leave it at that. And
I
move on.
Some eyes wide shut stuff, Joe.
Well, that's pretty close. But obviously there's like, it's endemic of everything that's the problem with Hollywood. Like you got your inner circle of, I guess, like the really popular kids, quote unquote, because it's basically like high school, which is absolute BS. Right. And then you've got kind of like the outer circles further out from that, based on whatever ridiculous status games they like to play. So, but
right.
anyway, for Second Gods 2 is something I worked really hard on, and I hope people back it today.
You don't need
I was going to say,
you got Forsaken Gods 2, you got Star Circuit, you got Packet. You don't need
for sure.
So you had a question, Joe? What was that?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I liked the backstory because people like to know that you have, regardless if you're not in that circle, you've got the experience, and it clearly shows. So like, to me, it's like a no-brainer. If I knew all these things and I paid more attention, I would have backed Forsaken Gods 1. I just wasn't in the sphere of kind of indie comics enough. Maybe it wasn't trusting enough in general. But after seeing this, after seeing your trailer, after knowing your creds, that kind of actually lends to just being able to back easier. Coleman here says it's a very good trailer.
Thank you.
I wonder if Coleman has backed this yet, and if he's considering it, because like me and him have similar tastes. I think we'd both be really into this.
This shot right here got me. Like this
Campfire?
page in general. Like I've played RPGs that have this moment in it. And I try to think about moments of like my own stuff that can't. But dude, you've captured it so well with that moon setting, that setting shot, the curiosity, just this. Well done.
It'll be even better when you back it and you receive the book and see the words that are on top of it. So
heck
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I really like, dude. It's just like we were describing the trailer. Like it's not just the animation. It's not necessarily the draftsmanship. It's kind of everything. It's like this package that you got going on, and I think that's what we all want from a book, from a campaign. Is the whole thing.
That's what I am aimed to deliver on every campaign that I do. Because the other thing I should mention is that all the artwork for Forsaken Gods 2 is complete. It's all done.
Yeah.
So
people
who have... I'll go ahead.
What's your fulfillment window then, if we're leading into that?
So my plan is to get it to people as soon as possible. So once the campaign ends and we close out in demand, I'm probably going to maybe do in demand for 2 weeks after the campaign ends. And then after that, it should be about a month to 2 months for you to wait to get your books.
Heck yeah.
But I mean, obviously there's unknowns in there, obviously, like stuff like the supply chain and turmoil, and also how fast, because obviously my fulfillment guy, 3D Zach, he's doing other stuff as well. So whether or not he can like kind of fit it in on his busy schedule as well.
Dude,
but that's the overall plan I'm aiming for.
Jeremy stopped on this T-shirt. Not only do you have a great trailer, you got a great T-shirt. Like literally, I think I might get the T-shirt. Even if I don't get the book, I might get the T-shirt.
Well, I mean, you have to get the book in order to get the T-shirt.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well,
so we'll go over the tiers in a minute. I think we still need a little bit more like fawning over this.
Project. So you're saying
over this T-shirt? Sure, I'm happy to fawn over the T-shirt.
Magnets. You said you got magnets. We didn't necessarily see an image of those.
Yeah,
yet,
I haven't. I'm still working on the magnets, but yeah, there are fridge magnets. One thing I would like to do, or I want to do for every campaign, is to do a little something different in regards to sort of like extras and rewards that sort of feed into the whatever the meta narrative is of the book that is being released. So
I have one question from the chat. Don't want to
yes.
interrupt, but before I lose it, Margot asks, "Where is the or who is the guy overlooking the army?"
It's towards the end. I know which shot she's talking about.
Oh snap! Hold on.
Oh, look at that! You closed it. Way to go.
Don't look up your porn, bro.
It's just there we go. It's like right around there. That's the one. So the two guys there, one is the general of that said army, and the other is the king, who commands the general and that army.
Well,
but this is kind of like a preview for issues, many issues down the line.
right.
And it's
I like your flag design per se. That's a real niche thing, is being able to just develop good flags. And
okay.
You
Jeremy's a flag connoisseur.
Are you
taking
taking the piss, dude? Like, are you serious?
No. All
right.
No, I'm not.
Because I did like the bare minimum for that fucking flag.
I know, but that's kind of what flags do.
I mean, I guess there is. You are using the
I'm sorry,
not the golden ratio. You're using the
like
silver ratio. With that
that's
thing.
not what I was.
What's the silver ratio?
So the silver ratio is the Eastern golden ratio. So I think China thinks that the silver ratio is in quarters instead of thirds. So you're almost hitting the quarters on that flag.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
But I don't know. It's interesting though. But yeah, I've learned that. I don't know where I learned that from. Dojo-kun's here though.
Oh, hey, Dojo-kun. So anyway, so these two characters and this army and sort of like the nation or the kingdom that they represent, they play a big part in a many future issues.
Many futures.
Because, just a little bit of lore. One of the things, the aspects of Forsaken Gods is there's obviously like gods, right? And they have followers, people who follow them and do as they command. And so these people in particular, they are ardent supporters of what I guess you could call him the main antagonist god. And he's kind of, I guess he kind of sees humanity and everything that happens in the world. It's kind of like a chess game for him. So he's always putting things in place and moving forces here and there to further his own ends and maintain his survival, so to say.
Interesting.
Looks like Jason Momoa and Legolas playing Army Man.
Okay.
Dude.
Anyway, sorry, Joe. What was
I like that comment, but this is a shot that is coming from. I don't think this is a normal shot that most amateur artists don't come up with a shot like this. But
you would be surprised.
Really, you've seen some of this?
Well, no, it's just that this shot, even though it was probably the most difficult shot out of all of them, it's deceptively simple as well once it's done, because it's just, I'm trying to work smarter rather than harder, So.
Right. To me, it's just one of those that like an amateur doesn't think of right away, and you got the silhouettes right. If you don't get the silhouettes right, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Immortal Rising comic is here. T-shirts, magnets, very cool.
Yes, let's get back to the tiers.
Yes.
For rewards. As much as I enjoy talking about this trailer that I worked so hard on.
Featured.
Yeah, over at Art Bros, we gush over the details. But yeah, let's get to the nitty gritty, because I do have my finger on the pulse of the buy button, the add to cart button here.
Oh, all right. Well, let's go through it, and maybe you would want to add more to that cart. So we got the physical book, issue 2, which is the sequel to issue 1, obviously, in the last campaign. Comes at a very reasonable price, $23, $6 shipping. You get fridge magnets, you get a button pin, and anything else you want to add in on that for the add-ons. And I know it says estimated shipping October, but it'll probably get to you sooner than that.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Well, to me, shipping sooner, even though we just talked about it, I like to express it. But yeah, it's definitely, I think the biggest perk is getting the book sooner.
Yes, I agree.
At least you know that's not saying something like it's coming out in March and you have to wait till October to get it. Like this is kind of like, that I kind of want to go the same way. It's like I'd rather be early than late.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we got the digital tier for international backers and anybody who is
And the
unable
losers?
to.
No.
No one's a loser if they back Forsaken Gods, Joe. You should know.
Correct. Okay.
So it's $12, affordable $12. 64 pages, full color art, digital PDF, emailed to you. Probably when the books get sent out and people start receiving them, that's probably when I'll start emailing out links to the digital copy. And it's just for issue 2.
Hell yeah.
So if you missed out on issue 1 and you want to get digital, I have some bad news for you.
I didn't say this earlier, Joe, but that image for the, I guess it's an alt cover or whatever, those poses are really powerful.
Okay.
Like the way that they're set up is the dynamics in them. Yeah. I'm sorry, his credentials are showing.
We'll gush some more, I'm sure.
Sorry, my bad.
And so now we have the catch-up tier, which is physical book, chapters 1 and 2. It's basically volume 1 of Forsaken Gods, so it's 108, roughly 108, even though I have 114. I'm not really good at math, but it's roughly that amount of pages. And chapter 1 or issue 1, I've done a few little tweaks and some improvements to it, so you'll be getting the penultimate edition of both
I was going to
books.
say, am I reading this right? You get a totally different single book of both issues?
It's not totally different. It's still the same book. It's just I've done a few little tweaks to chapter 1, the first book.
So what cover do you get on this single book?
So for volume 1, it's actually further down the campaign. Not up, down. There, that's it. Nope.
That one, volume 1.
So that's the cover
awesome.
for volume 1. Yeah. And so that'll be the cover. There's a really cool back cover, and I think it's great value for money. If you're new to the campaign, this is the tier for you. $35.
Yeah,
nice price. About the same for shipping as well.
I think we'll play the trailer. This trailer is one that
we'll play it at the end. How about
yes?
That?
I mean, you choose your feature perks all you want, but this one should be on your feature perk.
Well, I mean, that's probably the third person that said that to me, but the reason I haven't made that my feature perk is because this is the campaign for Forsaken Gods 2. This isn't the campaign.
Right.
This isn't the campaign for Forsaken Gods Volume 1. You know what I mean?
Understandable. Yeah, totally.
I mean, maybe if I go to Kickstarter to do like a separate thing where I'm just selling Volume 1, then that would make sense.
It's not bad. Anyway, guys, this one's the steal. 2 books, $35
for sure.
Bridge pen, or
The only thing I can say is so the T-shirt's an add-on, and there's other add-ons, or no?
Show us the add-ons.
Well, you guys are running the page. So you show the add-ons, and I can
click onto it. Let's see.
What are you doing?
Well,
are you doxing yourself right now?
I always dox myself on this show. I thought you watched.
So yeah, just go down to the add-on.
Yeah, just go down, dude. Come on. You're the worst.
To what add-on? There's nothing left here. Oh, you're talking about on the list.
Down here, yeah.
See, keep going. Those are stretch goals. We'll get to those later. There we go. Add-on perks. Ta-da!
Sweet.
So first add-on is black and white black and white ink sketch done on chipboard. To your requests, I will draw whatever you request because you're paying for it and you're paying a pretty penny. The only exception is I will not draw porn. I mean, if you want to do it a little sexy with like a bikini or lingerie, that's fine. But if it's like full-on porn, I won't draw it. But anything else, it can be Forsaken Gods related. It can be anything else related, and I'd be happy to draw that.
Little tweaks equals Skull Knight nudity.
Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Well, not until the last book, anyway. And so, anyway, we got the second add-on. This is acrylic standees. This is a continuation from the first campaign, which was an acrylic standee of Skull Knight. This time, it's of 2 of the other characters. Of course, you got Samara, who's the other main character, and then you got Derek, who appears in this issue, who is a demigod. And you can add these to your collection if you got the last one, or you could just buy these on their own. They come with their own little single stand that you can plug them in and stand them up and enjoy them with.
Awesome. I've got a bunch on my shelf here from other projects, so I'm looking to add some stuff on. I think that's maybe my only comment is why not have a big bundle where you just throw every add-on.
Future campaign, my man. Future campaign.
You got it. So that's it. So, dude, I dig especially
Yes.
the T-shirt. Damn.
So here we are, T-shirts, baby. Yes, I've always wanted T-shirts. Now you can, what will I say? You can disguise yourself as a nerd and instead pose as an amazing thrash metal band member from thrash metal band Forsaken Gods. But of course, when people see that and think it's a thrash metal band, they are wrong. It is actually a fantastic book.
Yes, and then you tell them about it, right?
And then you tell them about it. So not only is this T-shirt absolutely awesome, and if you wear it, you'll get lots of chicks. If you're a guy, if you're a chick, you'll get lots of guys.
Do you want to play the drums? Because Joe plays electric guitar. I do a little bit of singing and guitar. So if you play the drums,
all right, Jeremy, this is obviously a joke I'm making right now. So please don't interrupt my sales pitch.
He doesn't want to join the band, Jeremy.
So anyway, this T-shirt is for you. Comes in small, medium, large, extra large, and extra large. You know, order it today. I think it's probably the best add-on perk out of all of them. I really like it. Dude, I've always wanted to.
I literally think it's the best T-shirt out of every campaign I've ever seen.
In fact, you know what? This is the best T-shirt in the world. All right, guys. I'm just saying.
I'm not even gonna lie. It is the best comic T-shirt out of the crowdfunded ones that I've seen. I haven't seen one better. Even better than Vaughn's.
That's great, Joe. Yours is the only opinion I want to hear about this subject right now.
Because it could shrink. It could shrink, Joe. That's all I'm saying. It could shrink.
You know what, Joe? You make such a great argument. I'm going to say this is the greatest T-shirt in the universe. All right? I'm just putting it out there, guys.
Look, I think you're right. I think there's science to back that up, too.
Yes.
So,
I mean, we won't show it today, but just take our word for it. Yeah. Sorry, what?
I was going to just ask the Immortal Risings question here. Is it a limited story or is this a series?
I mean, a bit of both. It obviously has an end, but my plan is to make it like an ongoing series because there's a lot of story I want to tell and I've done a lot of development for it. But yeah, I've got a lot of things planned, a lot of big things planned.
So
a lot
2
of really
books
epic.
That's what we like to hear.
So 2 books then, that's it?
Well, I mean, that's up to the backers, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you say you did a lot of planning, but you know, any teasing in the end of this book too? Like, is there room? Are you leaving?
Yeah, dude.
Is it a contained story, or
what the hell is this line of questioning? What is
Joe's actually been funny enough. Joe's been asking this question recently. Is this a yes? You have 1 and 2, but does each book kind of have a conclusive arc across it?
Yes, there are arcs. There are arcs. Right now we're in the Discovery arc, which is Samara kind of like discovering.
Hey, guess what, Joe? We got to do a refresh because he's getting the art bro gleam.
Oh yeah, heck yeah! Let's check it out.
Boom!
Oh, 102! Wow.
Yeah. Well, look, that's the first part of the gleam, bro.
Wait a minute. That's a good thing, bruh.
Dude, first of all, there's going to be a higher.
It's going to go lower.
There's going to be a brighter gleam later.
Well, look, I will say, look, you know, this series will only go on for as long as people support it. Obviously, like, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm giving up or anything. I'm doing my best to keep a positive outlook. Obviously, crowdfunding I'm new to it, and it can be daunting sometimes.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But you know, if like I do a campaign that's successful, and then the next one after that isn't as successful, business would dictate that then perhaps that would not be a feasible line to continue to go down due to diminishing returns. I'm not saying that to try and guilt trip people into backing it or anything. I'm just saying, you know, that's sort of how I'm looking at it.
It sounds like you're guilt tripping us, dude.
I'm not trying to. So, but that's the thing. I want this campaign to be super successful. Please be quiet, Jeremy. Please be quiet.
Jesus Christ.
So I do want it to be successful. Like that is, I mean, who wants to put in all this work and want it to flop? You know what I'm saying? Like nobody.
Jeremy? No, I don't know. Jeremy wants this to succeed. I know it. I know he does.
I don't know. This is really getting me thinking the other way just for spite. But no.
Can you play the trailer in the background at least until we play it at the end? We have more people in the chat room than we normally do. Not normally do. That's dumb to say. More than we have this night. We have Good Stuff Comic Skater here. What's up? And we also have Amers saying hello, Joe, again. Hey, what's up? So with Forsaken Gods 2, you were inspired to make it and become an independent creator. Who really was the inspiration for just branching off and doing your own thing, or was that out of desperation or something?
I mean, a little from column A, a little from column B, obviously. I mean,
Okay.
it's part of the backstory. Obviously, it was around 2017, 2018 that everything kicked off the way it has. You know what I'm talking about, the culture war.
Aye.
And I mean, I was left because I'd been excommunicated out of the industry that I was in, and so I didn't know what had happened. And whenever you're kind of left in that state, you go looking for answers. And strangely enough, I came across a man by the name of Richard C. Meyer and his YouTube channel, and your boy Zach. And I watched his videos, and they almost to a T perfectly explained everything I'd just been through. And sort of then this whole thing called Comicsgate happened, and I really I guess the idea or the message behind it really resonated with me, and was sort of kind of felt like it was something I'd always been sort of looking for, sort of like being your own boss, forging your own path and creating your own destiny, and sort of drawing for yourself in a way, and hoping that it reaches, or what do you say, reaches out and clicks with people out there who might also enjoy it. And in a way, kind of being an independent artist is sort of like drawing for myself is something that I've sort of been denying myself for the last 10 years, having worked in the animation industry, which is nothing but like all the worst things. Like, you're drawing for someone else, and these people aren't very talented, and they don't, most of the time they don't understand animation, or they don't care that you're working like crazy hours and going through crunch and like destroying your mind and going through a mental breakdown in order to achieve this stuff. And yeah, I'd gone through that, and at the end of it, I just was burnt out and just didn't find it rewarding at all. Now that I'm doing this, I mean, it's kind of freeing, but it's also scary. But sorry, you were gonna say?
It's scary in a different way. And dude, I feel like you broke into that first circle of trust that we were talking about before, only to find another wall and more problems than what even
yes,
you originally wanted.
Yeah.
For me, I'm actually really glad. I did a bunch of art tests for companies and places that I originally respected, and then down the road, I see the products they put out, and they're okay, but it wasn't worth like all the crazy, seemingly ideology that is there.
Yeah, it's not. But this is one hell of a representation of a shotgun effect with that type of creativity. With what you just said, is like, you're getting held back. Some things aren't really seeming like as fulfilling as that was sold to you going in. And now that you're, flying with your own wings, speaking with your own voice, look at what's coming from it. Like this is very impressive. So well done.
Thanks. Well, I mean, obviously, my hope is if I can make this get more successful with my campaigns, I would love to do like more different kinds of stuff. I would love to like do some crowdfunding for some animation. And
you're in the right spot.
Look,
yeah.
Dude,
so
I'm gonna put together a little stream for animators coming up here soon. So
I
do
video games and need animation help. So I'm kind of actually moving things along and looking for people who can do animation.
This is different.
I know the different type, but
and you spoiled the stream won't be any sign up for work. It's just like a stream to talk about animation.
I mean, like, I've been in that world, and it started out great and it ended bad. I think I've already said that. I'm repeating myself, but
it's all good.
But now I just want to, I guess, I mean, hopefully this is a chance for me to sort of like, as Jeremy said, spread my wings, do my own thing, and hopefully become successful from it. But
I need backers.
I need great fans and great backers to support me. I can't do it without them. So please support Forsaken Gods too.
Yeah, this is, guys, whoever's watching, either if you're watching repeating on a rewatch, or if you're watching right now live, because there are definitely some people watching now. If you haven't backed this already, this, like, the quality does not match the number funded. Like, you need to back this thing. Otherwise, this stuff like this, things that are original and creative and well done, do not get made. So please go.
There's heart in this. That backstory
There
shows
you
the
go.
energy coming from it. Like some of these pages he's got, these are beautifully done. Like the energy goes through the whole thing. The design, the shape language, it just, dude, well done. Just well done altogether.
Thank you.
Altogether.
Yeah, and I do think there's like a thing where if you do not like put your foot forward to like support indie projects like this, they don't like get the ball rolling out of nowhere. You know what I mean? So like there is some sort of not an obligation for you to do it, but if you like getting good stuff that is not tied to corporate bullshit, this is the way to go.
Yes.
And look,
yeah.
not everyone can back it. Obviously, times are tough.
So
but if you can share it, that would be really helpful as well, guys. Share it as much as you can.
Guys, from the streets to the tweets, get this thing out there. But what? How long have you been in this crowdfunding thing? Just 2 books in? Like, how many years have you spent doing this?
Well, technically, it's 3 to 4 books because I think the first time I tried to crowdfund for Second Gods, that failed. And actually, I went on John Malin's channel at the time.
Yeah.
And that was around 2018, I think, so at the beginning of Comicsgate. And I've learned a lot coming since then. Like the second time I did Second Gods, that was actually funded successfully. And it was late coming out because I hadn't finished the book ahead of time because I didn't think it was going to succeed. And I didn't want to do all this work and be stuck with the book.
Mm-hmm.
But it was. And so I did get it out. It was almost a year late. And I felt really bad about that. So I was like, this time around, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to try and do it as right as I can. And so I got the book done ahead of time. I tried to get most of everything done ahead of time.
Yeah, it looks great.
I just wanted to be more prepared. Yeah.
It looks incredible.
MN over here says, nervous to share with some comics friend off Twitter because they're convinced anyone CG is evil. That itself,
good. We're evil.
Look, no,
fine.
Just don't mention that I'm CG. That's fine.
That's literally, well, my point is most of the time when I share books, I don't mention CG at all.
Yeah,
it's usually the afterthought. And whenever that does happen, it's a separate conversation. However, share a book, and people like usually like, oh, this is great. There's no reason to think nefarious, thoughts about the creator.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of the main characters is a woman of color, so they'll just be like, "Oh, the woman of color." See,
I was asking the question because I haven't seen, and I'm not really been around in the chats mostly. But while you've been promoting this, how are you migrating in the shows and the chats very much?
Like, what do you mean? What?
Just the usual get around as far as like promoting
being in other people's chats, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
other people's shows and people's chats.
Obviously I got a day job, so it's hard for me to sort of like hunt that stuff down and do that. I'm going to be trying to do that a little more. It's just a matter of finding the time because obviously I got to pay bills and stuff like that.
Well, we would love to have you as a personality in this shit. You are funny as hell and creative as hell. This is beautiful.
Well, no, everything's gotten serious now, so my funny is gone. But I appreciate you saying that.
Everything is. Go ahead.
You're right, Jeremy. And I like where you're going with this because I feel like the difference between like huge campaigns, as shitty as a lot of this is, it's a lot of coming. It mostly comes down to people knowing about it.
This kind of skill with this number in this many days, this could be 10 grand. If you were migrating within the groups, that's all I'm saying.
I like when you say migrating in the groups, I'm having trouble understanding that. Like, could you
talking to us in the chats, kind of jumping into the different shows and promoting off. Coleman's really going to be one of those guys that sets off your link. That's kind of where I'm tying off of. Is look, we can get it to the Twitter, but. This personality you've got's incredible. You need.
No, I've got the trick is I have no personality, and that's why I don't show my face. But no, look, I agree that look, I'm happy to go on shows. Obviously, I want to maximize my efforts. So obviously, shows like yours who have like 1,000 followers, it's probably more beneficial for me to go on and spend my time on than say someone who has less followers than I do. And I've only got like probably 400 of them. And look, if people see this and they want me on, you can shoot me an email, freshluke@hotmail.com, You can find that email address on my Twitter profile. It's up there. I'm very easy to get in contact with. Send me an email. Leave a link to your show. I'd be happy to come on and talk about this book. I'm always interested to sort of be out there and meet new people and talk. And if they want, and they're talking about something I made, I mean, that's not work. That's actually fun for me. So.
It's very fun.
Right. It's very
Dojo-kun brings up the CG guide. I don't know if you've seen that before.
I have not. Wait, is that the website? Is that CG?
No, CG Guide is the guide. It's pretty much a document that is all the shows, all the streams out there for CG.
Oh, okay.
And Dojo-kun has kind of compiled them into one.
All right. Send it to me,
Dojo-kun.
I shall.
All their times.
Somebody will.
Just the other thing, are you going, has this been a 30-day campaign or 60?
Good question. I mean, we hit 150. Wait, let me finish my answer. Let me finish.
Yes, sir.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I was trying to finish my question. Sorry.
All right. Look, ask the whole question and then I'll give the answer.
The full question, Jeremy.
Full question.
Was this 30 or 60 days?
So this is the first 30 days.
Mm.
And now that we've hit 103 backers, I think I can extend it for another 30 days.
There you go.
Hell yeah, that's what we like to hear because, like, I don't know where the cutoff is, but there is sometimes a cutoff, and what you're able to do for a certain amount of people.
One in front of it.
I agree wholeheartedly. I would, if I could raise 10,000, I'd be over the moon. That would be amazing. But I guess I find it frustrating trying to sort of penetrate the white noise that is the internet sometimes.
Amen.
And it's real hard.
Yeah.
As whatever Jeremy's putting out here sounds, man, I'm saying that backwards. So Jeremy's trying to say, get into the chats. I can't help but agree. I'm not in there enough, but the people that are most successful are in the chats also the most. So whatever time you can put in, it sucks to not be able to be in it all the time, but jumping in a show here and there in the chat, people will recognize you and just throw your link up. And sometimes you get a backer, so that's a little bit of help.
My big bro showed up to defend me against our guest, Joe.
I do, dude. He's seeing a bully. He's a bully on stream.
But no, guys, again, tweet the crap out of this thing. The art is good. It's coming from a guy like Jose Garcia as far as the talent, repertoire, the things that we love. Jose here. He's been fantastic.
I've had him on my show, and it's interesting because Jose and me actually know we've been in a lot of the same circles and worked a lot of the same studios.
Yeah. And guys, Tiger Blues out there, go grab it. Get that child.
Actually, you go out and grab Forsaken Gods 2 instead, guys.
Well, yes. I mean, we back all kinds of books here.
This is clearly the more superior purchase, as it is cheaper and more spectacular looking than Tiger Blue. Sorry, Jose, but it is.
Here on tonight, it is the most spectacular book in the universe.
Yes.
Before we go, because we're closing on the hour, we usually just do an hour to keep everybody's time.
Yeah.
Similarly, not constrained so much.
So are we going to close out with the trailer, or am I going to be able to tell everyone my catchphrase of saying goodbye?
Dude, you totally can do your catchphrase. I was going to do something real quick beforehand because I have a book myself, and so does Jeremy. We're just going to talk about the couple things we have real quickly.
Okay. They're not as good as Forsaken Gods.
Look, definitely back that.
I never said anything.
Oh, not what I wanted. Let's have Jeremy. Do you have your thing up here?
I can bring yours and mine up. Yeah.
Cool. That'll work because I'm in a weird.
Star Circuit. You Star Circuit, Joe.
Yes. So this thing will only be up for another month. This thing's been out for a long, long time. We are running out of books, so go check it out. It's a cyberpunk racing book. Everybody that's seen it, I think, has said awesome things. Arrogant Ape, that was in the chat before, has maybe the most flattering review that I've seen so far. However, he's not the only one that thinks it's a fun read. So definitely check it out and help us hit 20K. We're so close. That's all you need to show for mine, bro, because we're I feel like
Yeah.
the book
Let's
needs
see. What
more
do I
eyes.
got? What do I got? Let's see. Okay, that was a frame I'm working on. I thought I still had that advertisement up I was making for you. It was the Squatch soap guy sitting there going, "You're not an AI. You're a human. Get Star Circuit." But no. So, guys,
Squatch.
Zade Studios, we're a game development and comic book creator as of late because you guys are such an amazing group. So yeah, go to zadestudios.com. You can click on this link right over here to go to Steam to play our prototype.
Ooh.
If you watch Zade Studios on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, me and Dwight are actually probably going to be going over how we've been evolving this game. You guys have been trying to question what's up with BECKONED Recourse and about the comic book and kind of how slow it takes to make a lot of this stuff. But there's many plates spinning. Many plates spinning.
He's got many things going on.
BECKONED Recourse is right there, guys. Go ahead and sign up if you want to. If you know, we pretty much got a lot of you guys, but if you're coming back watching the show, yeah, it's a story about a beautiful tree kingdom of half monkey primate type human culture that their homeland's going to get destroyed. No, it's not furriedom, and there are humans in this world. I'm just getting the first bit of this story told.
Right, getting the furry out.
Getting the furry out of it.
Is this a non-fiction biography of you?
Yes. We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
That works.
I like that. I might add that to the taglines. To the thing.
My fiance in the chat is saying food's ready, so
right.
I'm going to cut you short, and I'm going to bring you back to. Actually, bring up his page again. Bring up Forsaken Gods.
Yeah, Forsaken Gods. Ah!
So, most importantly, the reason for the night, Forsaken Gods. I definitely will be backing. You guys definitely should too. Art Bros gives our stamp of approval, which I have not made the stamp yet. However, we will make it eventually in another year. Get us to 2,000 subscribers and we'll make a stamp. So Fresher, you said you have like an ender for us for saying
well
goodbye.
Usually when you guys sign off you say goodbye and then I just kind of like stay fresh, but I don't know.
Okay, that's cool too. Do you want to play the trailer instead or do you want to do that? What do you
I don't know, like how it's your show. How do you guys normally do it?
I just say back the books we're talking about and I say goodbye and I play the ender.
All right, go ahead.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. So back Forsaken Gods. Go check out BECKONED Recourse. Sign up for that. Star Circuit's only out for probably another month or so. You need to back that before we move to another cover, and you'll still probably be able to get it, but not in the same cover and whatnot. Anyway, back some good indie books like Forsaken Gods 2. It's for your own good. So peace out, guys. Have a good night.
Stay fresh.